At this time of year? On such a sunny day? In this part of the country? Localized entirely above your head? Boop. No boop, sleep. Yes, boop. Boop until you wake up. That's adorable. What's up, everybody? Caesar Madrazo here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Summertime. In the last episode, we finished off our date with Natsuki, and we just got into Friday. So, today is the day that we finally seal the deal with the Sayori route. So, let's dive right in. Here, let's go ahead and skip the stuff we've already seen. Alright, so getting between Sayori and Natsuki is going to be really tough, but let's see how easily we can do it. Alright, I think we got Sayori there. Yep, we got Sayori. You can tell by how angry Natsuki looks right now that Sayori was definitely the winner. She also looks really happy. Monica announces the winner. However, as I've been told many times, it's not about winning, it's about enjoying the game. For once, Sayori enjoyed it a lot. No doubt about that. It's written all over her face. Not literally, though. Just like on Monday, she was laughing throughout most of the game. It brings a smile to my face, as if her cheerful attitude was infectious or something. I'm glad we got to play again. Natsuki looks at me with an expression that suggests that she wants to punch me and is looking for a reason to do so. Yeah, sorry, Natsuki, maybe next time. Can I ask you something, Monica? Of course you can, dear. Dear? Since when does Monica refer to Sayori as dear? How did you come up with this game? You see, we needed a game in which your choices can be awarded with a point in each round. This way the player is bound to get at least some points. With these points, the player can have multiple outcomes and none of them are losing. They don't lose because they had fun while playing. Yeah, that's totally what I meant. Monica breaking the fourth wall again. Speaking of the acronym game, did you know TMI actually stands for too much information? I knew that one. I think it's pretty funny, too. Alright, now we can skip. No. Alright, Natsuki's leaving. Natsuki looks visibly upset for some reason. It's because she got rejected. Is something wrong, Natsuki? I'm fine! It's just that I can't stay any longer. I have some chores at home. Yeah. Aw, that's too bad. Don't beat yourself up about it. Maybe things will turn out better another time. I guess. Whatever. See you girls on Sunday. Her eyes are locked on the ground as we say goodbye to her. When she leaves the shop, she is rather forceful on the door. About that. Do you have something else in mind, Sayori? Yeah, I wanted to go shopping for clothes. If discussing literature is out of my comfort zone, then clothes shopping isn't even visible from within that zone. We could go with you, right, girls? Monica looks over to me, but I doubt it's because she needs my advice. She turns back to Sayori after a few seconds of what I assume to be, thinking. Would it be okay if you went, without us? Well, I was hoping Caesar could come with me. I pray to whoever will listen, have mercy, or let my sacrifice not be in vain. You didn't ask me about this, Sayori. Heh. I'm asking you now. Will you come with me, Caesar? I inhaled deeply and let out a very long sigh. I'll go with you. Yes! As we are leaving the shop, Sayori suddenly stops in her tracks and seems startled for some reason. Kya! It's snowing on my head! At this time of year? On such a sunny day? In this part of the country? Localized entirely above your head? Oh my god. This mod is amazing with its references. Sayori, yes! May I feel it? No. Oh my goodness. I love this mod, guys. This is an incredible mod. Sayori is like a renewable source of shenanigans. One could say she's an odd fellow. Yes. Well, Sayori, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good ham. Well then, see the two of you on Sunday. Don't forget to bring swimwear and sun lotion. Bye, everyone! We say our goodbyes and the two of us head to what I feel like to be a torture chamber. Back when I was a little kid, Mom used to take me with her quite often when she bought new clothes. I can't recall how many times I had to say, "It looks great! Can we go now?" before she realized it's not worth taking me with her. As we arrive at the shop, I can already feel boredom starting to creep into my mind. Sayori's occasional glance, accompanied by her ever-bright smile, does tend to keep the negative thoughts at bay. We're walking between racks of clothes and she asks me every minute or so about a piece of clothing. Some of them have patterns, some of them are just plain, others are darker. Even more are lighter. Padded shoulders, cut shoulders, long-sleeved, sleeveless, denim, cotton, tops, skirts, dresses, jeans. We go to the next shop, browsing, trying on, leaving, next shop, repeat, browsing, chatting, trying on more clothes. Words fail to describe my boredom. It's that or my brain just finally went numb after having one too many one-way conversations about the clothes she's showing me at that moment. If indecisiveness has any measurement, Sayori is a 10 out of 10 girl on that scale. Yeah, I think I'll buy this one. Wow, we're already done. Yep, time sure flies when you're having fun. After what feels like an eternity in purgatory, Sayori finally buys a single white top. That's really how it is sometimes, man. I know that feel. I couldn't recall for the life of me which one it was, but at least she was satisfied with her choice. Hey, Caesar, how about we go somewhere else now? Oh, no. I don't know, I'm kinda tired. Couldn't we just go on another day? Please? I'm really not feeling it right now, Sayori. Pretty please? Some other time. Okay. I'm relieved by the fact that we're going home. However, Sayori seems upset. She didn't even talk to me apart from a few words in response. I'd feel bad about it, but we can easily find another time to go out together. Summer grants plenty of opportunities for us. When we arrive in our street, she says bye to me in the same way she gave her single-word answers with. Coming home, I expected to finally feel relaxed, but instead I have a bitter taste in my mouth. I wash it down with a fizzy drink and sit down at my computer to play some online games. The feeling of achievement after a few victories lightens my mood and I feel at home again. A few hours pass when I think to myself, I should probably write Sayori. We could decide on a day for the activities that she had in mind. She's not writing me back. I play for another hour, during which I was listening for her reply to come. I check again. She didn't even read it. What's going on here? I hope I didn't make her too upset. Yeah, what is this? I mean, she was super excited to, have us go shopping with her. Then there's no music transition for Saturday. It's the day of the festival. It's the day of Saturday. I really have no clue what today will bring. Yeah, me neither. This is a tiny bit ominous. At least I can ask Sayori if she'd still like to go somewhere together. Hopefully she's not upset with me. With any luck, she's still got some of that eagerness that I saw in her on Tuesday. I sent her a message at night saying I'm coming over in the morning, okay? She replied during the night, but I was already asleep by then. It was a single word reply, but she's okay with it. Alright, let's go see Sayori. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering. Since she had no issue with it on Tuesday, I enter the house without worry. Oh boy. So, on Tuesday, we saw what came of this. I'm a little bit nervous about this, guys. Stepping inside, and call out to whoever's around. Hello? No response. It's as if the entire house was abandoned, especially with the door being unlocked. Like time has stopped. No noise. Where are her parents? Who are her parents? I mean, I don't even remember what their occupations are because Sayori barely ever talked about them. Seriously, are they working even on Saturdays? Since Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, she must be high up in her room. I'm getting even more nervous, guys. She's probably waiting for me, but I'm not going to let her jump me like last time. I head up to her bedroom door, being careful not to make any noise with my steps. I brace myself before grabbing the door handle. Yep, me too. I gently open the door. I stand to the side, expecting her to come out or even just say something. I feel like I'm about to be taught a little lesson in trickery. As I step into the room, it becomes glaringly obvious why she didn't respond to the door opening. She's just lying there, with her green bird plush between her arms, and her phone slapped across her face. No wonder she only replied with, yeah. She probably went to sleep right after. I call out to her again in hopes of waking her up. Sayori? Trying again, a bit louder this time, she still doesn't wake up. Shouting at her would probably be excessive, so I go in and sit down next to her bed to think of a better way. Sayori, wake up, sleepyhead. There's no response. I'll try to take her plush. That ought to get her to respond. Take. She's holding onto it like there's no tomorrow. I can't just sit here until she decides to wake up. Though she is pretty cute, as she's audibly blowing out air every time she exhales. I touch the tip of her nose lightly. And again. Boop. No boop, sleep. Yes, boop. Boop until you wake up. That's adorable. Caesar, how'd you get in? Why are you here? And, why did you wake me up? Because I didn't want to sit here for hours while you were sleeping? I told you I'm coming over. I guess. She sits up in her bed and starts rubbing her eyes. While she's getting herself together, I look around her room. I haven't come over like this in a long time, have I? I guess you're right. It has been a very long time. Not much has really changed in this room. Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. Tucked away in the corner, I even see her yellow shirt with the big paw mark on it. She used to wear it way too often when we were younger. When I used to come over more often, it wasn't such a mess. That's because you always ended up doing the cleaning. There's a minute of silence between us. So, what brings you here? I assume you didn't come over to tidy my room. Not that I would mind watching you clean up. I just felt a bit guilty about leaving you behind yesterday, so if you still want to, we can go somewhere. Oh, sorry. I just imagined you cleaning in a maid outfit. I roll my eyes at Sayori's remark, and I just rolled my eyes too. Yep, I'd be into that. Oh my god. Wait, I mean going out. So where would you like to go? I don't know. Letting out a brief sigh, I sit next to Sayori. I have to think of some place to go. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. I stand up, but she's still spaced out. Her expression is similar to when I saw her at the bus stop on Monday. Grabbing her green bird, I push it against her face to jolt her back to reality. Ah, Mr. Bird wants a hug? She grabs onto the plush and touches my fingers in the process. What? An imposter! Attack! Sayori is trying to tickle me, but it feels more like scratching or a very bad attempt at rapid fingertip tapping massage. Are you trying to tickle me? I have no idea what I'm doing. Do you want me to show you how to tickle properly? Well, you really put me in a trap, Caesar. I kinda do. Ooh, hello. Permission granted, the tickle monster is set loose. What? Please, no, please. Pausing the tickle torture, I let her get a breather. Why'd you stop? No, not there. That's very tickly. She's blushing from all the laughing, and I don't want to overdo it. Everything in moderation, after all. This is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I can distinctly feel the sudden change from my smile to a confused expression on my own face. What on earth are you saying? Shellfish. I meant to say shellfish. That doesn't make any sense. Is she calling herself that because she has a guilty conscience? I can't imagine her doing anything worse than what I've already been told by the girls from her club. So, Caesar, are we going somewhere, or you got into the mood for cleaning, maybe? We're going, yeah. I'll go grab something from home, and we'll meet in front of your house, okay? Get ready for an adventure, Caesar! I wave goodbye to her, avoiding any further formalities. It's not like anything is going to change in such a short time that would call for a special gesture. As I leave the house, the noise of my footsteps echo in the silent rooms. After leaving the silent building, I am greeted by the sounds of nature and the caressing warmth of summer sunshine. I'm filled with a gentle sense of optimism about things to come. Without wasting much time at home, I only spend a few minutes in my room before coming back out. Sayori is still not around when I get back to her house. I hope she didn't pick up the habit of spending ages on trying to figure out what to wear. Especially since this occasion isn't even that special. We're just going for a walk. Which reminds me, I don't know where we should go. My thoughts start racing at the possibilities. I have my wallet and some money that I could spend, but that just gives me more things to choose from, not less. My train of thought is derailed as the gates open and an unexpected sight appears before me. Uh-oh. Alright, so who's it going to be? Is it, it's either Sayori wearing different clothes, or it's one of the other girls. It's adventure time! Yeah, Sayori in different clothes. Are you spacing out again? And this is the music that we heard when Monica was having her little monologue with the player. Oh, no, this is different music. Okay. New music, cool. Huh? No, I was just... You're not having second thoughts, are you? Well, there are certain thoughts that I'm having, but that's not the right way to describe them. I mean, are you trying to imply that you're attracted to Sayori's outfit? I mean, it looks okay, I guess. No, it's just, I'm not really sure where we should go. Caesar, life doesn't have to be that complicated, you know. Just pick a direction and take the first step. Got a little lesson from Monica there, huh, Sayori? If we change our mind on the way, that's okay. That's really something I'd expect from Sayori. Words of wisdom, nonetheless. Looking away for a few seconds, taking everything she just said, I look her straight in the eyes with a smile on my face. Let's go then. Adventure time! Our adventure begins in the most boring way imaginable, walking on the same path I take to school almost every day. I want to go somewhere different. I want things to be different. We approach one of the streets I always pass by on the way to school. Oddly enough, I don't remember what's at the other end of this road, even though it's so close to home. Unlike yesterday, she is very receptive to my suggestion of changing course. Like it didn't even matter where we'll end up, she'll follow me gleefully. On our way, we see a shop selling all kinds of baked goodies, and I know without checking, Sayori's gaze is locked on it. Is this the same place we took Natsuki? In fact, she stops and starts window shopping like a kid in front of a toy store. Let me guess. You're hungry. How'd you know? Because I literally woke you up an hour ago, and I know that you didn't have time for breakfast. I wish I had some SpaghettiOs in my pocket right now. I pause for a moment, waiting for her to give an explanation. That doesn't sound like a good idea. I know that. I just wanted to say something funny. Sayori, you can't just say things out of context and expect it to be funny. Did she just run away? Objection! Not gonna lie, that one made me smile. Okay. I see what she did there. Come on, let's get breakfast. We go inside and browse the selection. So, Detective Caesar, if you're so smart, can you guess what I want to eat? Eggs and toast! Since you loved it so much when we were kids, a cinnamon bun! So, Sayori's gonna taste herself. Seriously, it's like you're using, telephony. Telephony. Telepathy? What's the difference? The one I said is an actual word. You're like that little junk-collecting robot's grumpy cousin. What's that? A mean-e. Ha! I put my hand on my hips and give Sayori a playful smile. Oh, you. After getting our food, she immediately munches down on her cinnamon-covered pastries. I decide to hold on to mine for later. After all, it's just a matter of time until her tummy starts joining in on the conversation. I don't recognize the houses we pass by while walking down the road, but this whole situation feels vaguely familiar. We've been walking down the road for some time now. This could be the longest street in our city. I'm not really one who walks around for no reason, so it's not surprising how little I've seen this place so far. Even Sayori asked if I knew where we are when we arrived at what almost looked like a cul-de-sac. However, there's a little forest path in front of us, offering an option to continue our trek off-road. Have you been here before, Caesar? Give me a moment. I need to check something. Just as I suspected, there are markers next to a dirt path. People often come hiking around here, which explains why there's such a big opening in the woods. Suddenly, I realize where that sense of familiarity came from. If adventure is what you're looking for, you've come to the right place. Come, follow me. But, do you know where we're going? Trust me, I know. Oh, okay. I trust you. As we're walking down the path, I begin to recall my memories of this area. A couple of minutes have passed since we last spoke, so I decide to break the silence between us by throwing back her own question at her. Have you been here before, Sayori? No, and I don't know where this road will lead us. Letting go of the opportunity to correct her on calling the path a road, I start telling her about my childhood memories where she wasn't present. Admittedly, those were the exception. When I was a little boy, my parents took me on hiking trips around here. I was a bit stubborn before we left the house, but once we were in the forest, it was always exciting. My dad always told me about all the animals that live in the woods and occasionally pointed them out to me. Sometimes I was fast enough to see them. Usually I wasn't. Did you pet any of them? I wanted to, but wild animals are too afraid of us to come even near arm's reach. Really, it's more the little stories that stuck with me than the few things I saw. What did you see? Trees, mostly. No, silly, I mean animals. Well, there was this one time. As I begin to tell Sayori about the things I saw and heard in the forest, I see her usual juvenile expression turn into something I can only describe as childlike wonder. Not childlike in a bad way, just innocent. With her listening to me in silence and slowly walking by my side with careful footsteps, I get a strange feeling. Is this what it felt like for Dad to guide me when I was little? But enough about my stories. Why don't you tell me one you have with your parents? Huh? A story? You know, like some trip you went on together. Well, let me think. She's deep in thought for a minute or so before speaking up again. I remember the last big trip. We went to visit some relatives in another city. There was this big bouncy castle, and I played with one of the kids from that part of the family. Playing in a bouncy castle? How old was she when this took place? She was really mean and pushed me down the slide, threw sand at me on the playground, stuff like that. After that, we had a big family meal. We had hamburgers, potato chips, some sticky dessert, which I didn't even like. Then we came home. It wasn't that bad, I guess. How old were you? 12? That was 7 years ago. Yeah. Is that really the last trip you remember with your parents? Yeah. Why didn't you go anywhere since? Yeah. That's not a yes or no question. Oh, work, I guess. I always got the impression her parents were busy people, but do they work so much just to have little to no time left for Sayori? Dad loves his job, but he occasionally has a day or two off so we can all do stuff together. Isn't this what parents are supposed to do? Well, you still do other family stuff without traveling, right? Right? I just realized something. Caesar, did you know cereal is actually a cold soup? Nope, I thought it was a salad with milk as dressing. So, is this a Vsauce reference? She's obviously avoiding the topic. Maybe I'll try to talk about it later. The path becomes increasingly steeper as we near one of the hills. I don't remember what the view is like, but that could be because I was so much shorter as a kid. Look at me now in comparison. Sayori becomes excited about yet another simple thing as she spots the top of the hill not far from where we were. Last place is a dummy! She gets ahead of me and starts jogging up the hill. As she gets ahead of me, I notice something about her. Maybe it's just that I didn't notice before, or maybe it's that the shorts are a very good fit for her. Are you checking out her ass? I start running too, but right as I'm about to catch up to her, she stumbles and trips over. She slides on the rough dirt for a second. Kya! I immediately go to check up on her and extend a helping hand. Sayori, are you okay? Did you hurt yourself? I hurt my knee. Let me see. It's one of the drawbacks of shorts, no protection for your legs. Luckily, she barely scraped it, so it probably won't even hurt by tomorrow. Maybe I can lighten the mood with a little joke? About the bleeding, Sayori. What? I'm not bleeding now! I thought I already knew that. Eh? Oh. Sorry. It's okay, Sayori. Come on, grab my hand. She holds onto my hand with a gentle grip as I pull her up. Her eyes are locked onto mine for a few seconds before looking away. Thanks. So, why don't we check out the view from the hilltop? Yay! Let's go! As we get to the top, I take a good look at our surroundings, at the hundreds, even thousands of trees at a distant mountain range. Another city lies beyond the forest. That is all there is to it. It's really nothing that strikes awe into most people. However, Sayori being herself really loves it, and looks over it like it was a gift she just received. This is so pretty, Caesar! You like the view? I love it! Can we stay here for a while? Of course we can. We take a seat by a big tree that's almost at the top of the hill. I don't know what the time is, but at this point, I feel it doesn't matter anymore. After a few minutes, we take in the view. Really, it's mostly Sayori who's enjoying it. I find it kind of boring after a while. A few more minutes pass, or at least it feels like it. I decide to break the silence. Ring ring! She didn't get it the first time, so I try again. Ring ring! Moshi moshi Sayori desu. Is your refrigerator running? No, because it's not leg day. Bye-bye. Click. Ha! Touché, Sayori. Well played. There's barely any time for silence to set in before Sayori's stomach growls. It hasn't been more than a few hours since we ate. Didn't she have dinner yesterday? Caesar. Her next line's gonna be, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Yep. Called it. So, what should we do? Well, I noticed you didn't eat your food yet. So I was thinking maybe we could share it? I bought you food after you slept through the day and you still want mine? Jeez. Yeah. Heh. Fine, whatever. Since we're in no hurry, I take my time eating the sizable cinnamon bun. Even Sayori's munching at a more modest pace than usual. With all our food gone, I make a mental note that we should start walking home before we get hungry again. The path leading to our city isn't too long, but the road we came down is the opposite. It would take us an hour or so to get home from here. Still, I brush off my worries about the time and instead focus on our time together. What would have you done if I just said I don't want to share? You're not like that. I know you, Caesar. People can change. I'm glad to see you're as cheerful as ever, but it worries me how you're still a bit of a klutz. Meanie. There's a big world waiting for you after high school that is much meaner than me. I mean, it's great to spend time with you after so long, but it's like you didn't change much since we were kids. You'll have to take life more seriously sooner than later. Caesar, why can't it be like it's always been? Like when we used to hang out all the time, you know? Because we're adults now, Sayori. That means acting more responsible and all kinds of other stuff we didn't get as kids. Heck, we're old enough now to vote on how important things go that I still don't understand. We have to move on, otherwise life will leave us behind. I'm trying. I'm expecting her to continue her sentence, but she stays silent with her lips curled into a frown. Go on. I'm trying to move on, but it's hard. I know it's hard. But you don't have to go alone if that helps. We can be friends again and take this challenge head on together. You really mean that? I do. I'll have to thank Monica yet again. How so? She pushed me to speak to you on Sunday. I kinda talked a lot about you and she recognized you when you walked by the bus stop. I'm glad she did. So do you have any plans for when you finish high school? Kinda. Why don't you tell me about yours first? Well, guys, we're gonna end on that little cliffhanger there. We'll see what Caesar's plans are, or MC's plans are, for after high school in a later episode. We're gonna save right there. So, yeah, we're learning a lot more about Sayori. We are unraveling some of the mysteries about how it seems like she didn't have much of a relationship with her parents for the past 7 years because they were working and they're just not around. So it's a bit of a struggle for her to, you know, move past her childhood and into her adult life. So a really interesting angle. The stories that they're coming up with for each of these characters in this mod here are really good. And I haven't been able to record because of laryngitis, so I really enjoyed recording this episode and finally getting back in action. And I can't wait to do the next one. I think I mentioned before, I really want to speed up the rate at which I'm getting these videos out because, you know, I don't want to be on DDLC Summertime forever, but I do want to finish it. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Caesar Madrazo, and I am out.